In this video, I will show you how to add Capterra reviews to your WordPress website quickly and easily. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. Okay, so once we are signed up and we have our Elfsight account and we now have access to all of the Elfsight widgets, there is a lot on here, but the one that we are specifically looking for is Capterra reviews. So the best way to find this is just to go to search widgets right here, and we can search for Capterra or even start typing this in. And right here, we can see we have the Capterra reviews widget. So we can click into this, and it's now going to ask us which template we would like to use. We have a carousel widget, which is going to look like this, a floating badge widget, which people can click, and it's going to show up here. We have a grid widget, a dark carousel. I'm not going to go through and explain all of these, but I recommend for you to go through these and pick the one that you like the best. So I'm going to go with carousel. Once this is selected, we can then click continue with this template. And in source, it's now going to ask us for the Capterra URL. So in here, we just want to go over to Capterra and grab your URL. So just as an example, we have Squarespace that they give here. I think this is the reviews that are already in, but we basically just paste in it the URL, and then it's going to bring our reviews over. We can then choose if we want on this AI generated summary. This is essentially where Elfsight is going to read the reviews, or AI is going to read the reviews and give us a breakdown of what people are saying. We can also go to filters, and we can choose if we want to show the reviews without text. So what this means is if somebody's left a review, like just a 5-star review, but they haven't had any text, do we want to show this? We can then choose what ratings we want to show. So do we want to show any ratings, 2-star or above, 3-star or above, 4-star or above, or just 5-star? How many reviews do we want to show? Do we want to show them all, or do we want to limit this? Is there any names or keywords that we want to filter out? So for example, we could go in here and we could say like bad, terrible, and we just filter out these reviews right here. So that is the filters. We can then go to sorting, and we can choose if we want to sort by most recent or if we just want to randomly sort this. So that is the source. We can then come down to layout, and once again, we already chose this at the start, but we can go through and choose a different layout if we would like. We can then go down to customize layout. I wouldn't recommend playing around with the width or the columns. The rows you absolutely can. So right now there's only one row of reviews, but if we want to add more in here, we can simply select how many rows we want to add. We can then choose the rows on mobile, how much item spacing is between each item. We can make that bigger or smaller. We can then choose autoplay, which essentially what it's going to do is if I just set this to 1 second, every second is going to automatically scroll just like this. We can then go down to the animation, and we can choose the animation speed. We can choose the scroll mode, scroll per page or scroll per item. And down here, you don't really need to mess around with any of these either. We can then go to the header. I'm just going to turn this off because this is kind of annoying when we're editing. Perfect. We can then go to the header and choose if we even want to show a header. We can choose the header style. And as you can see, this is going to change between a few options that Elfsight have. We can choose the elements that are shown within here if we want to remove any of these or anything like this. And then at the top, we have this widget title that we can turn on or off, and we can customize what this says. We can add a caption. Then we can go to reviews, where we can choose the review style as well. I think this one looks awesome with the speech bubble. So this is the one I'm going to go with. And then we can also change the review source style, which is this right here. So we scroll along. I think that looks fantastic. Finally, we can then come down to the style, and we can choose if we have a light or dark website. We can choose the accent color. We can choose the font that is used. And then down here, we can go in and we can change like the main background color for this. So if I change this to yellow, as you can see, the main background is now going to be yellow. So with these sections down here, you really just want to come in and customize these to your site. Like we can customize the widget title color and the font. We can change the header color and the font and everything like this. And this is really where you can customize it to make it look how you would like it to look. Once we have all of this created and set up, we just want to click on publish in this top corner. And then Elfsight is going to take us over to this page where we can now choose a plan. Now, the plan that you want to go for depends on how many monthly website views your website gets. So we can see with the Pro plan, this is going to allow us 50,000 monthly views on this widget. With Basic, this is going to allow us 5,000 monthly views, and so on and so forth. Elfsight has this free plan, which is awesome if you have a small website or if you just want to test Elfsight out, but it is pretty limited. As you can see, only 200 monthly views, and this comes with Elfsight branding. So if you want to put this live and on your website, I recommend going for one of these paid plans. Once you have selected the plan that you would like to go with, Elfsight is then going to give us this piece of code. And with this code, this is how we are going to embed the reviews onto your WordPress website. And this is actually really simple. All we have to do is click on copy code right here, and then we can open up the WordPress editor. Then all we need to do is scroll down on WordPress to where you would like to add this. I'm going to add mine right here. Click on this plus icon, and we can type in HTML. We want custom HTML and just drag this in. Paste in the code that we just copied, and this is all now set up. So this text that you see, this code, is not going to be visible on the actual website. This is just on the back end when you are in the editor. On the actual website, this is going to be replaced with the reviews. So to show you this, we can save, and then we can preview the website right here. And now if we scroll down to where we added these, the Capterra reviews have now been added to our WordPress website.